Hey there, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish podcast.
Hello.
I'm Robin Grace, this is Adam Diaz, and today we're back. It's been so long since we've done a Storytime.
It really has. I was checking. I think it's been like 3 months. It's been a minute. So we have 4 homegrown horrors to share with you. Robin, what's a homegrown horror?
A homegrown horror are, homegrown horrors are stories, tales that you folks have experienced, whether that be yourself, family member, friends, things like that, that you folks actually write out and take time out of your day to send to us, and we get to share it with the rest of our spooky community. So if you guys do have stories, feel free to send them over to us at our email, storytime@scaryish.com.
No, you pitched that part off to me.
It doesn't matter. It's already done. Or through any of our social media. We love it when you guys share with us, and a lot of times people really enjoy hearing experiences like they've experienced similar things. They're scared to talk about it because they don't
want people to think they're
right.
crazy.
But if other people out there have experienced the same thing, they don't feel so alone. So we always appreciate when people share that with us.
Indeed. So yeah, like Robin said, the email address, socials, however you feel most comfortable sending it. Also, let us know. You can share this on the podcast. Some folks have reached out to us and said, like, don't share this on the pod. I just wanted to tell someone. They didn't want to tell everyone. And if that's the case, feel free to do that as well. But either way, we have 4 of those that we're going to be sharing with you today. I believe Robin is going to be going first.
All right.
Hang on. Let's slide that camera a little bit to the right. Don't we usually have it, like, a little bit further right?
You want me to move my hand?
Yeah. Does that seem right? Slide it back. They can see the hallway. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in.
I feel like maybe your monitor.
No, it's definitely not. Absolutely not. I know these things. I measure them. I have like my way of like aligning it up. I do triangles and stuff like that. I gotta fix it now. After the show. Also, we're wearing Wrexham gear because we went to Wrexham in Wales, which was super cool. It was a stop we had on our tour. So, judge us, we match. What's up? They were supposed to play today. I think it got rained out. Ow. So, anyway. We're both like, let me fix my hair. I got a haircut today, and I'm like,
I need a haircut. I want to cut it like off right here.
Make sure it's not all fucked up. It's okay. Robin said I have a bunch of grays now. I do. I shouldn't say Robin said. I just do. So.
My costume this year for Halloween is
so good.
Going to be Little Nicky, so I need a haircut anyway.
Yeah, she has a coat. I can't even see this hand. Wow. She has a coat. She has the gloves, and she just today got a replica flask.
So
it's perfect.
I'm gonna tell all my coworkers to get in my flask.
Carry around Popeyes all day.
Oh man,
Popeyes is
we're doing
awesome.
A potluck, so
That's so funny. Bringing Popeyes chicken for a potluck dressed as Little Nicky is the funniest thing ever.
Get in the flask.
All right, let's snap back into podcast mode, and we'll do this first one, and then we'll talk to all of y'all. So here we go. Gonna mark it, and then Robin, you take it away.
All right. So this first story is from Maggie.
My guy.
This first story is from Maggie, and it goes like this. I just wanted to start out by saying I love you guys. Thank you. We love everyone too. Keep up the good work. I've been listening to you guys for a couple of years now, and y'all always make me laugh and get through my work, shift, and many job. I don't know if it's like many a job or like many jobs.
Like,
many
do you
tasks.
have multiple jobs simultaneously, or have you moved from job to job? Either way, we're happy we can help you get through them.
Continuing on. Well, to cut the crap, I have 3 stories of scary and scary-ish things that have happened to me. To start up, I grew up in a ranch-style home in Maryland from the time I was 1 to about 8 or 9 years old. The way the house was laid out, it had an open dining room that led to the kitchen, then to the laundry room. The only thing separating them was a wood sliding door. Well, when I was about 6, me and my mom were sitting in the living room, and we started hearing a banging noise coming from the wood door. At first, we thought it was our dog. So my mom went to go check, pulled open the door, and nothing. So for a few days, we thought it was strange, but let it slip our minds, till one day, me and Mom were in the kitchen. We get a strong whiff of vinegar, and then the door started banging again. But still, nothing. We looked around, and in the basement, and there was nothing. My mom and I both believe in the paranormal, but to a different degree. We looked up the last owner of the house and found she had died of old age in the home. So the next time it happened, we did the one thing that would scare Robin, and we talked to it. Why? Why?
Unless you're
Like-
telling it, like, go away.
Yeah, when you say, like, stop that, thanks, leave. But, like, we had asked if she didn't like the doors closing the two sides of the house. We never got an answer, but we did tell her that we would leave it open only if she stopped banging the doors. She did stop banging on the doors, but we also would still smell her when she walked through the house. So I think her smell is the vinegar smell.
Oh, okay.
So,
Gotcha.
but
what a terrible
mean-
smell to be associated with if you're a ghost.
But if you were an older person, things are trying to stay clean, you know, people use vinegar to clean.
I get it. My mom uses vinegar to clean stuff. I hate that smell so much. I smell it just by you saying the word vinegar. I'm like, yeah.
All right, so second story here. I like working night shifts and being by myself a lot. I question that. Why?
You question that.
I mean,
that's a weird thing to say.
Working night shifts?
Sometimes people like can't sleep at night, so you'd rather work during the time you're like wide awake and then sleep during the time where you hate going to work.
So I used to work for a resort, and we would have overnight shifts for front desk because you always had somebody you always had to have somebody at the front counter in case anybody came in late to check in, whatever. And we had like, there were always ghost stories, like this back room here is haunted, or this lobby is haunted. Like things would be haunted, and you would experience it if you were late by yourself, and only if you were working late by yourself.
Gotcha.
So to me, the desire to work night shifts and being by yourself is just like asking for ghosts. You know, like I just can't imagine saying like, yeah, guys, I'll take the overnight shift. Granted, it was a few dollars more to work an overnight shift, but like,
yeah, you get paid that premium. So
oh my God.
To each their own. That's what I'm saying.
So this time I was working at a gas station and it was closing time. I had locked the doors, did my money work, and the last thing I had to do was stock the cooler. There were two doors, one separating from the main store and the back room. The locks were on the outside, and the metal door to the cooler. Well, as I was stocking and listening to y'all, oh hey, I heard a door close. Fully knowing that I'm the only one there, I step out and see the door is shut. The door was locked, and I could hear whistling on the other side. My first thought was someone broke into the store. I called my manager to come get me out of the back room. Oh, because the lock is on the outside.
Right.
Fuck that, dude. That's horrifying.
And
okay.
you hear whistling coming from a space where there should not be people.
But like at the same time, it's like ghosts or horrifying robbery, burglar type stuff.
Yeah.
Either way, it's scary.
My mind would immediately jump to there's someone in the store.
Yeah.
For sure.
The next morning, we went over the cameras and watched a shadow go to the door and then the door shutting.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's
no
creepy.
fucking thank you. Scared the hell out of me. I did continue to work there by myself at night. No.
Some people got to keep the job, bro.
I did come to find out that about a year prior, the last manager that they had was murdered behind the store by her husband and his father.
That's fucked up.
That's horrifying.
I was waiting for you to react to it, and I'm just like, that's a lot of dead air.
That's like insane. So it's a female manager then, right? Her husband and
You're
her
making
husband's
a lot
father.
of assumptions now. But yeah, there's a manager and that person's husband, and either the husband's father or their own father.
Well, it says by her husband. So the manager
Okay,
is
her
with
husband and his father. Got it.
Why those two would team up together and murder them is beyond me, but
I'd like to know facts of the case for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, we're not going to get that in this. Maybe we'll reach out and be like, what were their names?
It's just crazy. That's so sad. All right. My last story. Oh, and you have to think that Maggie has to do all this by herself, right? And then this person, this previous manager, was also female and got murdered behind. I would be so scared, okay?
I feel like you're trying to tell Maggie they need to be more scared.
Anyway, last story. At my last gas station job, I was almost recruited into a cult. I had just started, and two guys had walked into the store up to the front counter, and so I do my best customer service voice and ask, how can I help you, gentlemen? They told me they were looking for their friend. I told them, I'm sorry, and that I was new, and I didn't know anyone. They handed me a card with a smile and said, come join us sometime. What? This is just bad. It's just...
I mean, they have a card. Who knows? It could just be like a Bible thumper trying to recruit you to their church.
Okay, that's true. Looking at the card, it wasn't suspicious, but the people behind them gave them a weird look. I told them to have a nice night, and they left. Little did I know that they were part of a cult that I worked across the street from. It's a restaurant called the Yellow Deli. There's a lot of messed up things that they do. Apparently.
What the fuck?
What?
I've never heard of the cult called the Yellow Deli.
Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me.
I forgot that we had the sounds coming through the wrong speaker. Let me go ahead and change that. That's so funny.
Sorry, we have notifications, and one of them was a ghost.
The notifications and the noises might not have been working up to this point. So if that was the case, guys, my bad. Let me check really fast just to make sure everything's, should be good. So if the theme song wasn't playing, that's my fault. I feel like my hair is like flat when I look at the side.
Dude, your hair looks great.
But straight on, it looks fine. So I'm going to rerun that notification in case the sound didn't play.
All right. Sorry, not sorry. I love you guys so much. I wish I could meet y'all, but keep doing what you're doing. You helped me get through this rough patch in life. I also have some more stories if you guys would like to hear them. Maggie, please send them.
Yeah, send them now.
We love creepy stories. We've definitely had many a job and have probably experienced some weird things too. Being from Hawaii, weird stuff used to happen all the time. So, send us stories.
Working in Bullet City, weird stuff used to happen down there all the time.
But was it like druggies?
I was going to say it wasn't haunted. It was habited by a lot of meth heads. But yeah, for sure, we want to hear more of it. Thank you for sending us these stories. They were very, very interesting. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. We're going to mark that. We're going to go ahead and close that one.
Oh my gosh.
And say hello.
That sound really freaked me out because I was like, we were talking about that cult and then that sound happened and I was like,
You heard a spooky song going,
Woo. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome
Shout out to
back.
Latreia. They were the first person in their channel. I'm What's for Dinner, followed immediately with a woo. Glitch also showed up with a woo. I got to point out also, I'm What's for Dinner posted like some emojis in the chat. Of an octopus. That
he was like
awesome.
so
I was
jacked.
like, those look so cool. Those look really. I love it when you have multiple emojis within Twitch that you can line up to create like a larger picture. I think it looks awesome. Shout out to Eve. She's over there in YouTube chat. Keep scrolling. I am Beef Trainer is also here, which is wonderful to see. Glitch says, "Get in the flask."
I am so jacked about my Halloween costume. I don't think I'm going to have like the total, Little Nicky haircut with the thing.
I would prefer if you didn't do the haircut.
I might like layer my hair so that I can tie it up, but still have like stuff in the front. I don't know.
The emo cut.
Yeah, but my coworker keeps telling me, he's like, you got to do the mouth thing.
You do have to do the mouth thing. You absolutely have to talk out the side of your mouth.
But yeah, I'm excited about my costume. It's funny because Adam knows how much I love this movie.
She quotes it all the time.
I quote it all the time. And my opportunity, I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
It's ridiculous, but it's true.
I love this movie so much. And I think maybe a little bit too much. Anytime it comes on TV, I'm like, I gotta watch this movie.
Nah. You have the appropriate amount of love for something. It's totally okay. I'm What's Dinner says, Adam's new haircut is making me question my sexuality. And then the sweaty emoji of me. Thank you so much.
It's funny because you look so much like your emoji.
I do. Good job. Yeah. Way to draw that word really well.
Yeah.
Latreia
That's
says,
what happens when you pay for someone to do it for you.
Did someone make those?
Yeah.
I thought you made those.
No.
Latreia says, still here just packing little bags for Halloween.
Did you ever go trick-or-treating?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, I told you a million stories about going trick-or-treating.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know if you were lying this whole time.
But the people, the houses that packed the Halloween treat bags were always my favorite because the bags were always so cute. So you'd have like the candy and then, I don't know, some would have like the spider rings in it. Someone would have like the random, it was like vampire teeth or cool random little things in the treat bags. And they were always my fun to get. So kudos to you for taking the time to do that to make Halloween fun.
Pack them bags.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to jump onto my phone to make sure that certain things are working on the stream. I was totally still listening to you. I would prefer... Shut up. I would prefer the full-size candy bar houses, but the bag houses are pretty good.
I don't need full-size candy bars. That is not my thing. Like,
if you're a kid and you get a full-size Snickers, it's like you just won the lottery. It's
but
the
I don't
best
like Snickers, so it works out.
You just are the biggest Debbie Downer. Like, okay, here's the deal, guys. I'm just going to give you this anecdote. So, we're not going to be staying in this particular house. We're going to move to a different house, right? We were looking for houses to rent, and we saw a nice one. We're like, ooh, this one's really nice. Has hardwood floor throughout. We leave. I ask Robin, what'd you think? And it's a 2-story house. There's stairs. And her concern is voiced differently that I'm going to summarize it for you now. The concern was the stairs are hardwood, so they're slippery.
I mean, it's true.
The way she voiced it is those stairs don't have carpet, so someone could fall and break their neck and fucking die. And I was just like, whoa, you really go to like the most extreme version of what like worst case scenario could be. But she's not wrong. But it was still a nice house. All right, let's keep reading, folks. Lister says, I just got done at a paranormal con. Yell at them for not inviting us. We've been invited by one paranormal con, but it was like in North Dakota or South Dakota?
I don't know. I would have loved to go. We
were negotiating. It was very close to happening.
Yeah.
And then we had family tragedy that would have blocked it anyways. It wound up not working out. Maybe one day. IMB Trans says, where is this? There's a paranormal con. It was
Castledale, Utah.
Castledale, Utah. Glitch says, why does it look like the monitor in the background looks like it has googly eyes?
Because it has 2 cameras.
It's so funny because when I read it, I was like, I'm trying not to laugh out loud. I once says, someone needs to go find Captain Fake Eye and drag her in front of a phone. She is almost certainly delivering a child right now.
Right. Faye has since moved since the last Spooky Con.
Yep, she's on the West Coast with us, y'all.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have a Spooky Con in the future, but I mean,
we'll see.
We'll see. We're moving. Lots of stuff is happening. So who knows?
Lister says, I'm be trained. There's also a glamping site around the corner. Enzo Matrix and I thought about inviting everyone, but it's been a year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
I'm cool with glamping. I don't like camping, but I will do glamping.
Just so you know, I snore. Because I was scolded the last time we went camping.
Well, glamping is like a cabin.
I know. I've been glamping. I've been camping. I've done it all.
Well, the camping.
If you're near me when we sleep, like if it's everyone has their own bedroom, but it's like a cabin, you'll probably hear me snore, and it's loud. Lister says next year we can align SpookyCon with Paranormal Con. That could be very cool. I'd also like to see if we can do a live show there. I'm Beef Trainer agrees. That would be awesome. Glitch says, ooh, the Yellow Deli. I have heard of this.
So this is a thing.
So we got to look into this.
So hold on. We got to write it down. You have pens. Can you read that? Do you have paper?
A billion pens. Yeah, use that parking ticket right there.
He's not joking. It is a parking ticket.
Yeah, from parking in front of my own home.
Yep. Because
they were cleaning the streets and I forgot to move the stupid car. I was on a call and I was like, okay, at 2, when this call is over, I'm going to go move the car. And I heard like, I was like, fuck, I can't run out of this call. It's too important. IMB Train says to Lizard Tree, I can imagine it's been an interesting year. You have a toddler now, if I recall. Glitch says the religious group that runs the Yellow Deli is known as the 12 Tribes, and all employees at the restaurant are members of this organization.
The 12
Tribes, a unique religion created from blending Christianity with Judaism, are different from other religions in many key aspects.
Interesting.
Very good recap. Glitch.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was copy pasted.
Copy pasted.
And if so, that's fine. Actually, copy pasta is when people, like a bunch of people, keep pasting the same thing. So. I want to says SpookyCon happening around a bonfire sounds lit, pun intended. That's funny. Aaron Page says LMAO, my bad for the notification. No. We appreciate the notifications to let us know that you folks are there. I'm just trying to make sure that if you do something that triggers notification, that the sound goes off. Because I set this whole thing up and then I might have screwed it up right before we went live. I'm what your name says. We all love when the notification jump scares Robin.
It hasn't happened in like years, I feel like.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Glitch says from the south, the deep south. What's funny is that Adam handed me the package that had the costume in it, like the jacket. And he's like, it doesn't have an address on it. It just says the deep south.
And she just started laughing.
And yeah, I don't know, man. This movie love it. Mwah.
Aaron Page says, I'm new here. I've been listening to the podcast for a few months now, but I'm still in like 2018 episodes. So excited to be able to join a live stream for the first time.
Thank you for picking it up. We've been around for almost 7 years now.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. You got quite the backlog. Hopefully.
Plenty of stuff to get through.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get sick of it. and enjoy. Welcome.
I would say the first 3 years are pretty solid. The fourth year is okay. Like, it's okay in the middle. I'm kidding.
You should say every year is good.
Every year is pretty good.
This year has been very different from previous years, though. Not as many episodes. We have focused on, our mental health over trying to stress ourselves out and doing a bunch of stuff.
We also have, like, a lot more responsibility.
Career-wise, yeah.
Like, I have a different job now that takes a lot more of my time. We are doing the mental health thing, and that takes up some of our time.
I think when you guys first joined us, I didn't even have a real job yet. I think I was still an intern, maybe. And you were...
Tesla. I'm pretty sure I was working at Tesla. Or
it was Tesla. So it was just, we didn't have as many responsibilities as we have now. So we've career-wise grown a lot, and now it takes, it's a lot of time. Anyway, before we continue on, why don't we read another story?
No. We're almost done. Let me wrap this up.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure. Glitch said, welcome. Latreia said, last year I did 3 big bowls of bags.
Nice,
That's a lot of bags. Crystal over there on YouTube says, hey from Salem,
Oh,
Massachusetts.
snap!
My bestie Jackie reminded me of your stream. Love you guys. Shout out to you. Shout out to Jackie. Thank you guys
Is
so
it
much
Christy
for
or
watching.
Crystal?
Crystal. Did I say Christy?
I think you said Christy. I don't know.
Crystal.
But
My
Crystal, thank you so much. Let us know what it's like living in Salem. I think that is so cool. I'm sure you get so much stuff around Halloween.
I am what's here said last year I bought I bought a whole bunch of bags of candy. Then I remembered I live out in the country, so I ate it all myself. That does tend to happen. I think we did that last year. Says you didn't share with me, you jerk. Yeah, we did the full size candy bar box from Costco, and I think I
ended up taking some to
10.
work.
I was like, take them to work. I'll eat them all. They can't be here. Literally says, I missed it. Where are you moving? Still, like, we're just moving.
We're moving like 20 miles that way.
Yeah, 35, 40 minutes north, so she's closer to work. Literally says, I have a toddler and moved to a small town with only 1,200 people after living in a big city.
Damn,
which
that's
says,
a change.
Yep, copy pasta. I can't spell and make sentence that well. Well, Scriptory says, go Wrexham.
Heck yeah, go Wrexham. Their next game's
Liz
tomorrow.
Tree was also with us when we were in Wrexham, which was super fun.
Not Lisbetry. The
Scriptory.
That would be crazy if Lisbetry came to Wrexham.
Why? That would have been nuts. I'm Beatrice says small towns are so much more quiet than big cities. It's kind of surprising the strange things that happen in small towns, though. Glitch says you were still in school and such when we started the show. Yep. Yeah, you were still at school going on. Lister says, agreed, we love our small town. I need to post a pic of my new 120-year-old stairs to my basement.
No,
that
thanks.
sounds horrifying. Trash Panda says, hello, spooky peeps.
Hello, long time no see.
IMB Trainer says, ooh, 120-year-old stairs. I imagine the basement is super creepy. And Aaron Page says, hey, 7 years is a long-ass time to do a podcast, so kudos to you.
Yeah, our podcast could go to elementary school.
Oh, man. That's pretty old. Jeez Louise.
Anyway.
Right, now we will get on to the second email of the show. Also, after we get done with 4 emails, for those of you who are new, we do have like a quick giveaway thing that we do at the end of each show, which is basically a game that we play. So hang out. You might win a free sticker. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and mark the audio so we can move into the second story and I can edit it easier. All right, so we're going to move into the second homegrown horror of the show. And this one's subject is Demons Are Messing with My Cousin's Friend. # Things Just Got Real.
All right.
It's an intense subject, just saying. And it starts out like this. Hello, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello. It literally says ELLO. So I'm not just saying that for funsies. My name is Cassie, and I think your pod is spooktacular, and I adore it. My story is, in fact, not my story. It is my cousin's friend's story.
I've never had the podcast called Spooktacular, so it's cute.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I always think that the best stories aren't your story, they're your cousin's friend's stories, because it gives you just enough distance where if you really want to toss in some fun bullshit details, go for it, because then you're not even going to blame your cousin, you're going to blame your cousin's friend. So here we go. My cousin's friend, let's call her Izzy. See, Izzy is really sensitive to ghosts, so in college, in her dorm mate, what they're called, let's just go with that, her dorm mate was going through a breakup. She enters the dorm, does a little small talk, then heads to her room when she locks the door. Izzy starts to tell her what her dorm mate... God damn it.
Why didn't you edit this?
I probably should have. I don't like to read them all the way through. We used to have Spooky Mom to do the editing. So nowadays I check to make sure that there's like periods and paragraphs, and I'm like, okay, I think it looks good. But I don't try and like get the gist of the whole thing. So... I'm just going to go ahead and read this next sentence to myself, and then I'll read what it probably is trying to say. Also, this is a really good example of why knowing how to spell and knowing grammar is very important. So, just pointing that out there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read this. Yep, I'm reading right now. I'm actually not reading because I'm talking, and I can't read and talk at the same time unless I'm saying what I'm reading, which means that I'm still not reading, so I'm really just wasting everyone's time right now.
Oh, man.
If you want to vamp while I read, that'd be super cool. You can
Vamp it up. All right. I don't know. How do you vamp things?
It's been 7 years and Robin still hasn't figured out how to vamp dead air so that I can fix something. It's so painful, man.
Anyway, have you figured it out yet? I feel as if this person, right, goes into her room, locks the door. They are doormate, bawling her eyes out because she's getting broken up with or has gotten broken up with. And then 15 minutes later, she exits. She goes to the bathroom. Izzy then asks if she's okay. She goes, yeah, why? Continue on.
It's just like it's random like thoughts being tossed in here. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna mark it one more time because this isn't actually gonna be the read for the show. But she enters the dorm, does a little small talk, then heads to her room. There's no punctuation there whatsoever, and it keeps running on. When she locks the door, Izzy starts to, and it's supposed to be here, I'm pretty sure, starts to hear, what? Her dorm mate bawling her eyes out. Then, 15 minutes later, she exits and goes to the bathroom.
Okay.
There's no punctuation there whatsoever, so it's just like, how you think is how you write with no punctuation or capitalization or grammar. Don't do that, folks.
Okay. Sidebar.
You're going to sidebar this, so, I mean, we're like 3 sentences into this home run horror.
I know. Sidebar. So, as an engineer, going through college, people always said, civil engineers don't know how to write. And I didn't believe it. Because I was like, I can write. I think I can write. I don't understand why people say civil engineers can't write, because I write just fine. And then I had the worst lab partner of all time who wrote everything together in one paragraph. No breaks, horrible grammar, absolutely awful. Like, I swear his report was one brick. And I had to edit the entire thing. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but it's just like, I get it now. I get why people say that they can't write.
I know we live in a very topsy-turvy, controversial time. But I think we can all agree something that unites everyone is that folks who do that, who write in one long run-on sentence, like for pages and pages, should be executed by fire.
What the frick? No.
Like, what the fucking shit? Get your life together.
No.
All right, I am going to read this now.
It's all just, he's obviously joking. It's just...
Oh, am I? Is it obvious that I'm joking? Also, she says that she's a good writer. I would also like to point out, I wrote most of your shit. Most of your essays in college.
Not the science reports.
Okay. Cool.
Any of the lab reports. I'd like
Can
to
I
see
please
you write
read
one
this
of those.
homegrown horror? Okay, here we go. We got through the C. Izzy is really sensitive. She enters the dorm, does a little small talk, then heads to her room. When she locks the door, Izzy starts to hear, what? Her dorm mate bawling her eyes out. Then, 15 minutes later, she exits and goes to the bathroom. Izzy asked herself if she was okay. No. Don't talk. You don't need to interject every time I need to do something.
I think it's what she thinks is her roommate bawling her eyes out.
I get that. Holy shit. We're all waiting to see what this is. Okay. Robin's like, pause. We finally got through a sentence. I want to tell you what I think is going to happen in the next several sentences.
Okay.
Izzy asked if she was okay, and she said, yes, why? Her face was clear. Her eyes didn't look puffy or red, like how they do when you've been crying nonstop. Izzy just brushed it off and said to herself that it might have been some drunk girl crying after a party. That's honestly pretty smart. I mean, I've not been to a party in college without at least one drunk girl crying for some reason.
Okay.
Or dude. The next ep was... The next ep? What does that fucking mean?
The next episode, the next event, the next instance,
right.
The next time something weird happened.
Next was when Izzy was left only sleeping in her dorm, and then she heard the noise of silverware crashing onto the floor. Might I say that Izzy was a heavy sleeper, so it had to be really loud. She went to go check. I mean, silverware falling on the floor usually makes a ton.
Yeah.
Like, you drop one fork, and it's like the whole house fucking hears it.
I have done that in the morning before getting ready for work.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
And it's just a fork or a spoon for making my coffee or something. And
if it was a TV show and you had audio from our bedroom and the kitchen, you'd hear the fucking fork fall, whatever it was that made all the noise, and then you'd hear me in the bedroom going, Jesus Christ, because I can't sleep. All right. So we're going to move on now. She went to go check and saw all the silverware she owned on the floor, but the most scary-ish part was that knives were stabbed through the wall, and it wasn't even a drywall. That's kind of crazy, because
so
knives...
like in wood or something?
Yeah, it's got to be wood, because there's no way it's brick or like concrete, because a knife would break. When she told her dorm mate, they said that she probably did this, and that she is just messing with them.
And it's cold-blooded.
But my cousin believed her. Shout out to my cousin Abby. And they started looking for houses for Izzy to stay at because she definitely couldn't stay at that killer dorm. Killer dorm sounds like a really nice dorm, but in this context, it definitely is not. They found a perfect place where... You know what I'm stopping for, don't you? It says perf.
This is obviously like not Adam's favorite way of writing. Where it's
I couldn't help, like, my inner monologue was just like, perf. They found a perfect place where it wasn't wrecked and was more modern looking and was a walking distance from the college. The landlord came out and told her the precautions of the house, etc. But when she was telling her this, Izzy looked as pale as a ghost. Abby said, "Are you good?" And Izzy responded, "I see a Ouija board." "You don't believe in that stuff," said the landlord. It's so weird when things shift into like high fantasy, said the landlord. The landlord asked, "You don't believe in that stuff?" Izzy replied, oh god, this is... Hang on. Yeah, I'm reading it right. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this sound better. The landlord asked if she believed in that stuff, and she replied, yes, that's actually why she wants to move. Izzy left that place, but then said that the Ouija board was moving. So I guess the Ouija board was moving on its own.
So the planchette was moving on the Ouija board.
It's horrifying. Hope that was scary for you both. Keep on creeping on. Love, Cassie M / your day one bestie. Well, thank you so much for sending that. It's kind of crazy. Definitely had some cousins, friends details in there, like at the end where it's like the planchette was moving on its own. A lot of dorms, especially in the United States that I visited, all have stories about how parts of them are haunted.
A lot of schools on the East Coast especially, I think,
older.
Because they're older. West Coast...
Because people on the East Coast are full of shit.
No, West Coast...
You heard it here, folks. Robin called you guys full of shit. It's crazy.
West Coast colleges don't have as many haunted campus stories as East Coast colleges where, like, this entire dorm has, like, these ghosts. It's because there was so much more that happened on the East Coast, all the wars, things like that happened on the East Coast that didn't necessarily... You're not going to see a campus in California.
So you're making a case that there's more ghosts on the East Coast than the colleges.
In the colleges, because the land is, like,
more
covered
haunted
in more blood than the West Coast.
The per capita of ghosts on the East Coast is higher.
Because there's a lot of crappy stuff that has happened on the West Coast, you know, indigenous peoples, things like that. But, like, when the British and everything came to America... murdered a bunch of people.
The Revolutionary War was definitely fought on the East Coast.
Yeah.
The Civil War was fought on the East Coast.
Yeah, so yeah. I'd imagine those campuses have many more ghost stories than we have here on the West Coast.
Keep in mind, too, people just make shit up. Like, that's important to note. Like, if you watch The Exorcism of Emily Rose, I think she goes to University of Minnesota. I can't remember. It's a Midwest Northern State university that she goes to. And that university, during their tours, say, like, oh, this is the dorm that she lived in. Well, Emily Rose wasn't a real person. It's based off of someone like Annalise Michel, who definitely did not go to university. So that was just a detail for the movie. So when they do the tour and they're like, oh, this is her dorm, they're completely fucking lying. That's all I'm saying. So some universities, it's just like part of their tradition to just like toss out a ghost story. They probably heard it from their cousin's friend. But anyways, thank you so much for sending us your homegrown horror. We appreciate it. Send us more if you have more. All right. That's really fun. That took fucking forever to get through.
Okay, you guys also have to remember Adam has a degree in writing, so he like gets really annoyed and
it was really, honestly it was capitalized and it was punctuated as if it were going to work, but it's just a very young person clearly telling a story. I was waiting for a skibbity to pop up in there.
What does that even mean?
I think it means bad or like creepy. It's based off of like Skibbity Toilet, which I've seen before on the internet. It's I'll show it to you after this. It's impossible to describe.
We're getting too old. We're getting too old.
I think we're getting too old. We're just definitely not as plugged into the lingo, and we need someone to guide us. You felt like you weren't old back when you lived with Jules. And Jules would let you know what all the lingo was. But now Jules
Ram would tell us what all the lingo was, because Jules talks like us.
Yeah. Ram is going to get to it soon, too.
Oh, man.
That's going to make me feel really old. But Lizzie said Marbles in response to the giveaway. Yes, I made sure Marbles is updated, so we will be doing it. Crystal says, it's great here with the community, but during the October, oh my god, I hate/love tourists. LOL. Support local businesses if you visit, and please be patient with the service workers. They are doing their best.
I want to go to Salem one day, really badly. Like, that is one of the places I want to go, Halloween themed places I want to go, is the actual Halloween town in Oregon, and Salem. I really want to go to Salem, and I want to go to Washington D.C. one day, not for Halloween, just to go.
Lots of history there. Lots of ghosts.
Lots of history down that road. And just I want to go to East Coast places. So I want to go to Boston. I want to go to like all these places that we haven't been yet. Which is funny because it's in America. And learning how close European countries are together and how easily it is to travel, how easy it is to travel to all these different countries. Just take a train and you're right there. Whereas in America, literally one of our states, like the state of Texas, is like the size of 3 countries.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and it's
the fact that they have high-speed rail in so many places in Europe, and they did in Japan too, made life so much easier. And the fact that we don't have that here is fucking infuriating. And they have been talking about putting that high-speed rail between LA and Vegas for as long as I've lived in the West Coast, and it's still not fucking done. I don't even think it's partially started yet, and that shit is infuriating. I was like, what do I want to say infuriating again? I don't know. Yeah. And Fury came out. All right, let's keep reading. I'm what's says, I think since the last time you guys streamed, I've been certified on 2 more forklifts. Love the reach truck, dislike the picker. It sways too much when you're fully lifted 30 feet in the
no
air.
way. No, imagine that, dude. Imagine you're 30 feet up and it's just
Fuck
like
that, dude. Yeah. Pickers freak me out. I don't think I could be on one.
Trash Random's spelling is hard. You know what? Spelling is hard because the older I get, the more mistakes I make because I'm trying to spell things phonetically, even though I know how to actually spell them.
When I'm writing, if it's longer than like a couple sentences, I will often, if I have to type your, Y-O-U-R, because your, is that the one where if it belongs to you? And then Y-O-U''re is you-are, you know? It's you-are combined. I will put the apostrophe version of your because I think it's proprietary. Just like, you know, 80 AM apostrophe S. It's Adams, blah, 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 blah. Like, the apostrophe to me always means proprietary because I just, like, have not written for real in a very long time. So I put the wrong your on things multiple times in the last year, and I'm, like, getting dumb.
Shout out to Liz Betree for resubscribing. Says, woo.
Shout out to Chunkster for resubscribing for the 31st month. Also said,
oh, it's
whispers,
probably not.
Woo.
You know, Liz Betree's is probably your woo. And then the other one is the ghostly
I
woo.
think you're right. We should all give some shout outs. Shout out to H. Here, I'll let you figure out what that's supposed to say because I'm terrible at this. I can never be a famous streamer because I don't know what people are supposed to be called.
I don't know. H.
P-I-O-N.
P-O-D.
Shout out to H for following us yesterday. Shout out to Jackie Jacks who followed us 18 hours ago. Shout out to Aaron Page. You already know that. Because that happened during the show. Shout out to Malum for resubscribing for the 43rd month. That's me. I put money back into my pocket. Take that, Jeff Bezos. All right. We're going to read more of this chat. We can't keep getting distracted.
All right, Liz Betree says they posted a picture of their basement stairs on their Facebook page. She also says, no punctuation is the worst. Execution.
Glitch says, I feel attacked. Glitch, you are the one exception I will make. Trash Panda says, oh dear Lord, another one of the reasons why I couldn't be a teacher. Oh man. Local Lola says, Robin dim nails though.
Yeah, I did it myself. I did extensions myself. They are 2 different colors. My coworkers were like, why are they 2 different colors? But sometimes, you know, you want to test out what colors you like. This one was called like smoky matcha, so I was like, I have to get it. It's called matcha. I love matcha. But fall colors, y'all, and I can't believe I did it myself. I was proud of myself for being able to. I told Adam though he needs to help me next time and hold a little flashlight for me because
she wants me to hold my UV flashlight to cure her nails faster. To just sit there and hold it on her nails
because he has an actual resin flashlight that
it's a UV flashlight
cures everything way faster than the little light that came with my little nail extension kit.
Why don't we use that tripod you have for building out your Gundams and just clip the UV?
Do you think it'll work?
Flashlight to it? Why not? It should.
I don't know.
We still have so much more to read.
Okay.
IB Train says the stairs are nightmare fuel, which is good to know. They're carved stone apparently.
Oh my gosh.
Says there was a guy who wrote a memoir with no punctuation, and when people complained, he put out a second edition that had 2 pages full of nothing but punctuation marks. And a footnote saying, for those who complain about punctuation, you can stick these wherever you like. That guy should be shot.
Yeah. Not really, reading. Obviously.
Babe, it's obvious I don't mean that. I just think it's annoying. I am Beef Trainer says to Liz Tree, carved in stone is cool, but I can trip just over plain air. True story. I've just done that many times. I'd probably concuss myself tripping down those stairs. Definitely break something as far as a few bones go. I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm Trainer says, so you're saying is I need to carve my man cave accessible only via a cursed stairway to keep you out of it. That's hilarious. Lutcher says, I trip on air every day without fail, but I've never tripped on these stairs. That's good to know, because it would probably hurt a lot. Chunks says, whoa, such a pretty ring you got there, Robin.
Oh, thank you. I picked it out myself.
She did.
I did.
Keep scrolling.
Let's see.
Your man cave is a video game room. For what reason would you keep me out of that? That's funny. Local Lola says, I don't think I can mess with a Ouija board. LOL. Hell no.
I think Ouija boards are absolutely horrifying.
I messed with them before, and I would not do it again.
Big nopes. I'm not about that.
As a skeptic, it to me is just like, why tempt fate? Like, why fuck with something when the only result that you could get from it, besides it not doing anything, is a bad result? Yeah.
All right. Welcome, Radio Man 33. It's been so long. It's been so long for all of us here. Latreia says, not very good. I'm not very good at telling or writing stories. I'm not either.
Which I still can't believe Adam talks to me the way I type. LOL. It's because I love you, bro. I'm going to keep scrolling. Chunkster asked Local Lola if this was their first stream.
Is it?
I don't know.
We talk to her so much.
All the time. On Instagram.
So it's hard to tell. I don't.
It was funny because we said during our 300 episodes that we want to have more special guests. And I called out her specifically because we talked to her very, very frequently. And I know that her and Chunkster are like besties. And after I edited the episode, I was like, we should probably invite Chunkster on too. Because Chunkster's been around just as long. So facts. Chunkster, this is an open invitation to you as well. I'm going to keep scrolling. Also, basically, anyone who like we know by name and we've met you in person, you probably reach out to us and be like, hey, I got some stories I want to share on the show. And we're probably going to give you a thumbs up.
Aaron Page says, I still don't know what skivity means, and at this point I'm too scared to ask. That's why I don't ask
anymore. Think there's a specific definition, and some kids just use it however the fuck they want, and it's dumb. So that's why I'm like not trying to learn it and apply it anywhere, because sometimes you learn stuff and then you apply it sarcastically and it slowly becomes real. Like the word bro. I started saying the word bro sarcastically, and now it's a staple of my diction. And I hate myself for it. I'm Listener says, I just realized we can't have SpookyCon in Utah. Robin might get confused and end up in Ohio. That is funny.
Adam can buy the plane tickets. I won't be worried about it.
Yeah. All right. Local Lola says, yes, I believe that's in response to this being their first.
Oh, Elizabeth Tree says, I'll pay for her airplane ticket and pick her up.
That's funny.
That's so sweet. You guys are so sweet.
Jacqueline Contreras says, hello from LA, California.
Hell yeah,
I reminded
LA.
Crystal of the stream. LOL. But I just went to visit her at Salem. I highly recommend it. Super amazing. The history is so captivating.
One of these days. Well, for sure.
Definitely. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm Trent says, I mean, when a couple marries, they do kind of take each other's quirks and mannerisms and become very similar. This is 100% true.
That's very true. I think over 11 years, what do you think you've picked up from me?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
I mean, I know there's a ton, but it's blended so much into my personality, it's really hard.
Oh, yeah?
For me to know. Like
folding towels?
Yeah, I picked up your way of folding towels because you're so picky about it that it just makes sense for me to do it your way rather than the way that I was taught. So, yeah, folding towels. Yeah. All right. I keep reading here. Jacqueline says, Stair Talk, try the stairs at the House of the Seven Gables in Salem. It is nuts. It's inside a chimney. That's horrifying. Just One Pizza says, I tried to read a book without punctuation and got about 10 minutes before switching to audiobook. That makes so much more sense. Like, if there's a terrible, like, punctuated book, you're just like, well, I'm just going to let it be an audiobook now because they'll read it the way it's supposed to be written. All right, gonna keep looking to see if
Glitch is gonna make pumpkin rolls. Jealous. Nice. I want pumpkin rolls.
Drunk says, oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm super boring because nothing spooky happens to me.
Hey, you know, your family might have weird stuff happen to them because my family, I might not have a lot of spooky stuff happen to me, but my family has like stories that they sometimes don't like to talk about because they think it's bad luck because weird stuff does happen to them.
The same reason you don't say Voldemort, obviously. Don't want to draw his eye on you. I will also say that Marsha did not have any stories, so she just did a guest topic.
Yeah.
That's something.
Same thing as Faye. Faye does a lot of interesting medical stories, and it's fascinating.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stop right there. The Snark just joined. Everyone's saying hello, so we can
Hello.
jump over into our
All right.
third story, which is you.
You know,
It is.
when I
It's
finally
Mew.
wash my hair, it's like all like nice and manageable.
Your hair looks really good today.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna mark it, and you can be like, "Hello, story 3."
All right, on to story number 3. This one is from Ginny. It goes, "Hello, Adam and Robin."
Hello.
We're Adam and Robin, but I'm Robin. That's Adam.
It's true.
She's
not lying.
I mean, it could be either way. It doesn't really matter. Ginny here. I started listening to your show a couple of weeks ago and had yet to get caught up, but really wanted to share some of my experiences with the supernatural.
Hell yeah.
You're more than welcome to read them on the podcast, which is what we're doing. Hello. The spookyish one. Okay. I was a nanny for a family in Virginia a couple of years ago. Again, East Coast.
I was gonna say, Robin just talked about how haunted the East Coast is.
They had 3 boys that had a Jack and Jill room, which, for those that don't know, a Jack and Jill room is a room that's 2 bedrooms connected together by a bathroom. My younger sister used to have that.
I had friends in high school, maybe the first year of college, who went to a house party, and at the house party, they were all upstairs. And there was Jack and Jill bedrooms. And there was a bunch of people on one side, a bunch of people on the other side, and then the bathroom being used as a bathroom. And one of my friends, let's call him Jarrett, he needed to poop. So he went into the bathroom to poop. And one of my other friends, we'll call him Jike.
Oh my god!
He decided to open both the doors so that everyone could walk back and forth through that bathroom between rooms while Jarrett was pooping. Reminds me of that. And I know he's listening.
I can't. You need to give your characters different names because you've said their real names on the show so many times. Everyone knows.
I've never talked about Mike.
Oh God!
Mike and Jike are totally 2 different people.
Okay. Anyway, this reminds me of the freaking Letterkenny episodes where it's like, oh, you know, our cousins, blah blah blah, and they're like, Jarrett, no Garrett.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Anyway, except those are real people. Okay. The older 2 boys' room was fine. Never had any issues with it. But the baby's room...
With the slow pauses here, bro. Have I melted your brain?
No, the grammar has. But the baby's room was a different story. There was one of those old... Okay, it's not
You're just
old.
adding descriptors
There was
in
one
here, man.
of... I don't have my glasses on.
You had them on top of your head.
They're sunglasses.
Oh my god.
There was one of those built-in closets in the corner that scared all of us. If you turned your back to it, you felt like something was staring at you, and if you kept your back to it long enough, it felt like something was standing. Thank you for doing that in the middle of me reading.
I didn't think it would pause when I was zooming, and usually it just zooms in. I zoomed in, and usually when you zoom in, it's not like zooming, dot.
Where was I?
You interrupt me a lot when I was reading. Just playing. For those of you who this is your first story time, they're fucking always like this. If you've listened to story times and been like, oh yeah, it was a quick episode. Nah, dog. They're at least an hour to record, probably another hour and a half to edit.
There was one of those built-in closets in the corner that scared all of us.
Oh, man.
If you turned your back to it, you felt like something was staring at you. And if you kept your back to it long enough, it felt like something was standing behind you, waiting. The room was always cold, even in the summer, and felt like there was something wrong with it. The baby would wake up screaming almost every night, and when we would check on him, he would be standing in his crib staring at the closet.
I would like to point out, the person who wrote this wrote the baby and capitalized the B in baby, which makes it kind of scary.
I would like to see the baby. Dude, no. Okay, children, one, already scare me. Children that see things in the dark, even worse. It's like one of our topics that get talked about the most are the black-eyed children. It's like a mix of the things that freak me out the most.
It's so funny because when I told that story, I pointed out how it was probably fake and how lots of people have said it was fake, including the person who wrote it. And I still get so many people that are like, that episode fucked me up, man. I'm just like, it's supposed to not be real.
The second oldest boy started having night terrors where he would just scream for 10 to 15 minutes before, quote unquote waking up, crying, and soaked in sweat. This house is haunted. What the heck? Is it the children that are haunted or the house? It's Virginia. It could be the house.
We just watched Poltergeist too. So.
And the new one.
The original one is so fucking good. I forget how good of a movie
the original one is very good. The second one tries to be like the original, but doesn't even come close.
Oh, so bad.
We watch horror movies all the time, even when it's not Halloween. Even though last night I did put on Halloween.
She did.
Nothing besides the nightmares and creepy feelings happened before we moved, but the whole house was just sketchy. So it could be the house that they moved into. The funny one, to us anyway, the story-wise, this next story. This is the tale of our creepy hallway friend tattling on my little sister. So I'm imagining this is a ghost that lives in the house that somehow tattled on Ginny's sister. Oh my gosh. So Jenny's sister, right? A little background info. Our parents' room is upstairs, and all us kids sleep downstairs. Sorry, Robin, but it's a nice basement. I can admit some basements are nice.
Finished basements can be super nice.
Finished basements can be nice, but some of them are still dark as hell and absolutely horrifying. Like your friend, we'll name him John. Even if you add a J, it's still John.
John.
His basement was very nice.
Yeah.
And I had no problem sleeping in that basement.
There's a corner of the basement that's not so finished, which is still, it's just like a regular basement. That's where the demons lurked.
But my older sister's basement is haunting as hell. And I was like, I'm not going down there. You guys can do the laundry. Nope, I'm good. You know? No, thank you.
That's not an excuse for Robin to not do laundry. She does laundry. Like,
I'm just not going to go into your basement to do it. Yep. And it's on the East Coast, so haunted as fuck. Okay, so our parents' room is at the end of this hallway that has always creeped us out. If we go upstairs in the dark, we never look into the hallway. Anyway, one morning, our mom asked us if we had tried to wake her up last night. We all said no.
Fuck this.
She said she woke up around 2 to 3 a.m. because she thought someone was peeking through the bedroom door and whispering, Mom, fuck that, dude. No. Okay,
Keep going.
No, I'm just like,
is killing me.
Having kids is a blessing, but at the same time,
it's not a kid that's doing
horrifying.
This is a demon.
But that's something that would happen. Your kid poking their head into your room while you're dead asleep.
Kids don't do that.
Yes, they do.
They walk right next to the bed and wait for you to wake up, and they're like, hey.
That's even
worse. It's way worse.
Fast forward a couple nights later, and my little sister.
My little sister.
Fast forward a couple nights later, and my little sister had sneaked out again.
It's not. It was written the right way. It was written the wrong way, and you read it, so I apologize.
Fast forward a couple nights later, and my little sister had snuck out again. At 2:30 a.m., our mom came bursting into our room, demanding to know where my little sister was.
This ghost is a fucking rat. Oh my god.
What a knock. We called her, and she rushed home and got in trouble, of course. Sucker. When we asked Mom why she checked on us, she said she woke up to someone or something leaning over her in bed and whispering, Mom, wake up. What the fuck? It freaked her out enough to get up and check on the kids, finding the youngest missing. So yeah, my little sister got tattled on by the hallway ghost/entity. It has never happened again, and the hallway is still creepy.
That's fuck. I'd be so mad.
Maybe they learned their lesson and just didn't sneak out again.
I'd be like, if I'm fucking grounded, I'm saging this entire house. Like, fuck you, ghost. Get out.
All right. Second spooky-ish story. So this is the third story, but this is the second scary one.
Gotcha.
I live in southern Utah.
Oh, shit.
About 10 miles away from the Navajo reservation.
Oh, shit.
I have had a couple, quote-unquote, sightings of skinwalkers.
Oh, shit.
I kept...
Skinwalkers are serious business.
I know, but like...
We got hate mail for me when we did the Skinwalker episode because I wasn't scared enough. People were like, I don't know why Adam took that shit so lightly. He should be scared. Skinwalkers are scary. I was like, bro, I was scared. I just don't like cry on the podcast.
We got an email from someone that was a lot of different Skinwalker stories that we didn't share. but it was absolutely really
I don't
scary.
remember this at all.
We weren't supposed to share it. That's why you probably don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But I read the whole thing, and it was incredibly scary.
I usually read them. We read them together, and then we craft a reply together. It's weird.
Yeah, it was very scary. This was like
years
ago. It's got to be like 7 years ago.
Man.
Anyway, I kept rabbits in a below ground level hutch and woke up one morning to them all dead with their necks broken and lined up in a perfect row next to the opening of the hutch.
That's not an animal. That's fucked up.
No animal I know of will do that. And the dogs who freak out when people get close to the house never made a sound. I have also heard one of... I have also...
That's the sound of a skinwalker.
It's the skin of a killer
It's
Bella.
the skin of a killer Bella.
I have also heard one screaming at night while I was working the night shift. It screamed for about 10 minutes. I imagine that's the skinwalker screaming. Getting closer and closer to my work much faster than an animal could, and then going quiet and starting up again further away, and eventually stopping completely. Great times. You know what videos I really enjoy are the videos about like the Appalachian Mountains and like the weird stuff that happens there. Those are absolutely fascinating. That's what vibes I get from that story. It's just weird stuff happens out there that you just can't explain.
Whenever I hear skinwalker, though, I picture like Arizona deserty region, which I think is like nearby. I mean, this is southern Utah, so yeah. It's right by there.
I hope everything made sense and that you like the stories. My mom has a Ouija board story. If you're interested,
yes.
Always interested.
I thought they were going to say my mom has a Ouija board if you want. I was going to be like, no. Story? No. Yes. Yeah. Send that shit our way.
I love listening to you guys, and you keep me company when I'm working. Keep up the good work, Ginny. Thank you so much for sending that to us. Send us the Ouija board story. Skinwalker stuff freaks me out. I think it's very scary. That weird stuff that happens in the desert and in the woods and
the
stuff
idea
like that.
of a creature pretending to be human to lure you to it is horrifying.
Yeah, it's scary.
And although I don't think about it often, it might play a factor in my just normal rejection of human interaction. Like if I were like today, I went out and I did some errands. Like I got my hair cut. I went and got like water. And if I were getting water and there was like someone standing nearby, like, hey man, you want to talk? You want to go get a beer? I'd be like, fuck no, you might be a skinwalker, and then I'd walk away. Because you never know, and also I don't need any more friends, man. I don't. I'm
yes,
just saying,
do.
Nah. I'm good, dog. So
he says that, but if you guys wanted to be friends with him, he would make friends with you.
I'm friendly for sure. Yeah, it's a lot easier to make friends online because I don't have to go anywhere with them.
What the fuck?
And worry about them murdering me. So,
you're stupid.
Anyway, Ginny, thank you so much for sending us your story, and please get that story from your mom. Have her write it herself, or write it for her. And then maybe you guys can listen to it together.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. All right. Let's read the chat and hopefully not get too sidetracked. Everyone saying hi to the Snarked.
Hello.
Chunks just said, oh my God, I would be so stressed reading stuff without correct punctuation.
Dude,
it's hard, man.
Have
like,
you heard
as soon as you see it, you're just like, fuck.
Oh my God.
You try and make up what it's supposed to say. Like you're making up a sentence based off of like your eyes are reading, summarizing it, and then your mouth is just freestyling. And it doesn't always work out. Shout out to Latrea, who resubscribed for the 15th month and said, woo. Shout out to Nefcore, who resubscribed for the 13th
Long
month.
time no see, Nefcore.
I can't remember if it was Nefcore. I know Glitch for sure, but when I tested the stream 7 years ago, I went online and I was like, this is a test. Don't bother like hanging out. It's fine. And I had like 2 people that stayed in chat the entire time. I think Nefcore was one of them.
Nice.
And Glitch was the other one. And I was on for like an hour trying to figure out bit rates and all that fun stuff to make sure things aren't screwed up.
Glitch has hung out with us during family night, you know?
Yeah. 100% just like crashed a family night where we were doing a Jackbox.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
That was funny.
All right. Gonna keep scrolling. Chunk says, Robin always looking 100.
Not today. Mm-mm. No,
you look pretty freaking good.
Cameras are great these days, okay? But you guys don't see how dry my skin is. My nose is falling apart.
You look great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are always so nice and really thankful because sometimes we need that boost even though I am not feeling it.
Feel it. You should. I will. Wink. Don't hurt me. Glitch says, I still need to send in my Chased by a Cult story.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we have to hear that for sure.
Chong says, oh my God, this hits close to home. That's my state. It's horrifying. I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm Buchanan says to Glitch, you got chased by a cult because you're just that desirable as a sexy beast. Glitch says, haha, I wish, but not really. I found a satanic altar in the woods and kind of broke it, and they found me walking out and chased me all the way into the town. Fun times.
Dude, that
How
is
did you break
I know,
it?
I want to know. What the heck?
Did you kind of break it, or were you like, this doesn't jive with me, so I'm going to break this deliberately? I want to hear the story, for sure. All right, Glitch says, LOL, the bones look cool. How did I know it would break everything? Chunk says, bruh, cold in a hot summer is gold. Like, when you read that, like, the room is always cold in the summer, I was like, I put my fucking office in there.
Oh, hell yeah.
1,000%. This room is so hot. All right, again, it keeps scrolling. Local Lola says, oh god, that's such an intense feeling to have. That presence of someone behind you, looming over you is like fucking the worst.
But maybe I would never feel it because even when coworkers walk up behind me, I don't feel any of that.
Why are your coworkers walking up behind you, Robin?
Like when I'm in someone's office and they're coming up behind me.
Why are you in their office and they're coming up behind you? This is getting worse.
You underestimate my power. No, you underestimate how many people work in the office.
Okay. I'm says, do y'all have Velvet brand ice cream on the West Coast or down south, or is that a regional thing? Velvet ice cream, definitely I've seen in Vegas, but I don't really buy ice cream. Like, Robin loves ice cream.
I love ice cream.
But it's something I still try and not imbibe in because I'd eat too much of it. Imutrine says, how brittle was the bone you broke that caused the structure failure? There's a lot of questions we all have about this story. Glitch, you should really please sit down and
write it so that we can rate it.
Or maybe come on the show and just tell us the fucking story, bro.
Chunkster says, I'm glad I don't have a true basement. Yeah, Glitch has played D&D with us before.
Yeah.
Imutrine
says, we have Bluebell ice cream too, but Velvet is better. I know you guys used
honestly
to eat
don't like Bluebell ice cream. I am very Ben and Jerry's Haagen-Dazs.
I am
like, those are my go-to.
Whatever the official Oreo brand is, because it switches. Like the ice cream makers like bid on who can say Oreo and who says cookies and cream. Whoever has Oreo, that's always my favorite. It's not mint chocolate chip. I know Oreo is a basic thing to have as your favorite, and mint chocolate chip is right up there with it, but at least I can say mint chocolate chip is basically toothpaste with chocolate chips in it.
Maybe we need to try this velvet ice cream.
We should. Local says, man, ice cream sounds good right now, especially with fried bananas.
Fried bananas?
It's the Puerto Rican coming through.
Ah, that sounds good. How would you know that?
Because my dad used to fucking fry bananas all the time.
I forget that you're also Puerto Rican. You stupid.
IMB says velvet ice cream is based. There's a lot of velvet ice cream chat happening. Based in Utica, Ohio, and is some of the smoothest and creamiest ice cream.
You think it's Utica, or do you think it's Utica?
I think it's Utica. I think if it was Utica, they would still pronounce it Utica. Glitch says, hashtag bye Ashley. There's a lot of folks talking about different things. Vanilla ice cream drizzle with honey. Scroll. Logo says, I haven't, but that sounds delicious. We'll have to try. Trash Panda says, as a former child, I was one of those kids that would go into my parents' bedroom in the middle of the night and stand over my mom and whisper, Mom, wake up.
No, bro. Because
you're like, how can I wake them up without like freaking them out? So you just somehow wind up doing the thing that's the scariest.
I have done that before. There was a lightning, like thunderstorm at my house. It was in Hawaii. I walked into my parents' room and stood. It was like they have their bed, right? And then they have the space between the door and the bed. And I stood in that space, like at the bottom of their bed, and was just like, I'm scared. You know? Or I was just like, I'm scared. So my mom came and like hung out with us or whatever in our room.
That's sweet.
Yeah, man.
Local Lola says, skinwalkers are fascinating. Glitch says, I love skinwalker stories. One of my favorites, other than the squonk.
What the fuck?
Aaron Page says, skinwalkers freak me out. I don't even like saying or typing that name because I'm convinced it's going to manifest one in my life. I'm an Arizonian.
That makes sense. Yeah,
right there. And of course says, I actually made a show.
Whoop,
finally.
whoop.
Glitch says, I am not sorry. LOL. Snark says, love you guys. And of course says, it's been so long. I've had 2 kids in the time I've been away. Miss you guys, though.
Shut the front door.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, congratulations. I'm jealous.
Snark says, speaking of cults, Cult of the Lamb is an amazing roguelike, cozy farm sim. I love it. We will all love it. And it's perfect for spoopy season.
Yeah, we keep getting told to play that. Maybe
we've been told, like, since it came out that we should play it.
We should play it.
I kind of want to play Silent Hill 2 Remake. We played that shitty game when it was in, like, the terrible graphics.
Now
I'm hoping that it'll look pretty and the controls will work better so we can really enjoy, like, the scariness of it.
Yeah.
Man, did that game suck.
But we need somebody like Chuck to give us
guide us through.
Yeah, he has to guide us through the game.
Glitch also helped. And we had some random person who just loves watching Silent Hill 2 playthroughs that jumped in during that was like, you're going the wrong fucking way.
Yeah, we were like, we need help. We don't know what we're doing.
All right. Glitch says, I do not have a made-for radio voice. LOL. I don't.
Yeah, I think you have a fine voice.
No one would confuse my voice with your voice. Which is usually the problem with podcasts is you can't distinguish voices.
Because he's from the deep south.
The deep south. Chunk says, just remembered Brewsters are one of the best ice creams I've ever had. Local Lola says, the Puerto Rican way. Westerner says, oh shit, to Glitch, you gave me a recovered memory. Living in Columbus, my sister went into a little wooded area near her house and found a small circle that someone had crucified some doves. That's all I remember of it. I'll have to ask her if she remembers anything else about it. And then there's something missing in this sentence. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say, and then have her email storytime@scaryish.com. Yeah, that's super creepy. Let us know. All right, so we're gonna move on to, I think this is the last one, right?
Yep, you're the last story.
Ginny. Cool. All right. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. I'm like really nervous to read right now for some reason. Thanks. Okay, so we're gonna move into the last homegrown horror of the show, and this one starts out, hi Robin, Adam, and everyone else. Hello.
Clarice.
Everyone else has to say hello, Clarice, wherever you're at now, too. My name is Kristen, and I've been listening to the podcast for a few months now, since it was recommended to me by Spotify. Shout out to Spotify. Thanks, Spotify. I love the variety you bring to the show between Storytime episodes to the research topics. I look forward to listening as I get ready in the morning. I was raised heavily Christian, and even though I'm not very religious anymore, I do believe in demons. I have so many stories I could tell, but I'll try to narrow it down to just one for now. Fuck yeah, more stories.
Hell yeah.
To give a little backstory, my mom was born and raised in the Philippines during a time when Catholicism and witchcraft still had some amount of interplay within the culture. This is written really well. I need to pause and just say, oh my god, am I just delighted in reading this. She lived in a smaller village in the southern region. Her mother was a practicing healer, and her grandmother was essentially a practicing witch. My mom was raised mostly Catholic, but she always carried a darkness with her since she was a child.
Oh, okay.
She suffered multiple traumas as a young child that set her on a difficult path that continues to this day. This is where I believe the demons nestled their claws in her life.
This is an intense story.
Yeah. I remember being very young, like 2 to 3 years old, and she was somewhat happy. However, she never really acted like the normal loving mom. As my 3 siblings and I got older, she became withdrawn and depressed. She would sleep nearly 24 hours a day and only woke randomly throughout the week to attempt to clean or cook. It was honestly much like Theoden before Gandalf takes him on.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was picturing. That's
Such
so weird.
A good, like...
Yeah.
Okay, for those that have never
Kristen,
watched...
you're becoming like our favorite person ever right now.
If you've never watched Lord of the Rings, guys, like, it's such a good comparison because it's just... the way you can see, like, the color.
He's been weighed down by the darkness, and it's like draining the life out of him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm going to keep going. Some days, I would go to her room to check on her, and she would ask me to lay down with her. Sometimes it felt like we were connecting, but there were other times I deeply regretted going in there. She would start telling me a story that seemed like she was making it up on the spot, but then her voice would change into a demonic half-whisper, half-growl that chilled me to the bone. I have goosebumps.
So, yeah, this story is just, wow.
Dread would wash over me, and it felt like all the color drained from the room. I would cry and beg her to stop talking in that voice, but it only encouraged her to keep going. I felt like it wasn't her at all. She would claim to be a demon or a river spirit and loom over me as she spoke. Unfortunately, I'm a freeze instead of flight or fight, so I never had a strong enough will to get out. I would endure the voice and close my eyes until she stopped talking and would suddenly switch into a normal voice to tell me she was tired and needed a nap. That somehow sparked enough willpower for me to jump up and leave her room. I can't explain why I kept going to her room after even one experience, but I thought I needed to be there for her. I'm convinced she's someone haunted by demons, as I have observed things that plague her life. I have so many stories about her almost unaliving me and my siblings, but I'll keep it vague since that may be too dark for this. Despite everything, I love my mom, and I will always try to help her. I also have more stories of the darkness I believe I've inherited from her, but I'll save those for another time. Anyway, thanks for reading, and I'll share a photo of my bratty omen baby, Bummy? Bummy? B-U-M-I. To hopefully lighten things up. Thanks so much, Kristen. And the dog is absolutely adorable.
So cute.
And it reminds us of my cousin's dog named Domino.
Yeah.
Just very, very cute. Very happy.
Such a happy.
These are the creatures to have in your life to like hold back the darkness.
Yeah.
So I also want to point out, like, with a story like this, I understand when you're writing it and you say things like, oh, I have so many stories. Going through a memory like this and fleshing it out based off of like how it happened, it makes you not want to continue writing. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'll send in more later. This is one of those where I totally get if you want to like pause before you go and it's reliving trauma, 100%. Yeah. And even if it's not reliving trauma based off of stuff from the past or like things that you're worried about presently or in the future, it's not that easy to write about. So thank you so much for sending that in. I think a lot of people have things like this in their life where it's like, this really fucking creepy thing happened to me growing up, and I think about it a lot, and I wonder if it's like attached itself to me type of thing. Yeah. I think about this a lot with different things that have happened in my life.
You definitely have a lot of trauma.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for sending this in. It's very, very creepy. It's perfect for spooky season. Yeah. So it sucks that we took so long to read it, but I'm happy that we're finally reading it.
Yes.
And definitely send us more when you're ready, because we want to hear it.
Yeah, it's crazy how many... There are a lot of people out there that have experiences like this, very similar to this, where they have a family member that seems to be like affected by something you can't necessarily understand or whatever, and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to handle it, and all you can do is be there for that person, you know?
Like, I have a brother who's schizophrenic, and he has said some of the craziest, most, like, soul-shattering stuff you could ever imagine a person you love saying. So this one was just, like, it really resonated very strongly with me. But, yeah, like, it's just, if it wasn't so horrifying in the content or the delivery, the fact that it's, like, this person that you deeply love that you need to be there for, doing it is like just an extra level of like, that sucks.
Yeah.
So either way, thank you for sending us the picture of the dog to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
No one else can see them, but he's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
All right.
Or a good girl. I don't know.
It's hard to tell from the name, right? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Dang.
Good dog.
Good dog. All right. So that is the last email. And the reason we started doing the giveaway, the Marbles on Stream giveaway, is because we would occasionally get emails like this, or ones that were like fairly tragic and had like really sad stuff happen to folks. So to like bring up the mood a little bit before we let y'all go, we started doing these giveaways where we play a little game, which you can interact with, where if you happen to win, you will get a free sticker from us. So getting the windows all set up so that we can get this thing rolling.
Yeah. So if you're over on YouTube, you can come on over to Twitch. Twitch account, by the way, is free if you guys want to sign up so you can watch and interact over on Twitch. Unfortunately, this Marbles game doesn't play well with YouTube.
It just straight up does not work with YouTube.
Yeah, so you have to come on over to Twitch. This Marbles game is free to play, and it's like putting your name into a raffle, pretty much.
That's pretty much it. It's just you at one point will say, type this into the chat. The game will check the Twitch chat and be like, oh my god, we see it. And then you'll have a marble.
Yep.
That will race other marbles. You don't control it or anything. It's just like if you were to set a marble on a track and let it roll, it's just a digital version of that. And whoever finishes first will get a free sticker.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and read some of the stuff that was said while we were reading that story. Chunk says, I redeem myself. I can confidently say I watched Lord of the Rings on a direct flight to Greece. Couldn't sleep at all on a 9-hour flight. I did the same thing on the flight from London to LA because it was 12 hours, and I was just like, holy shit, because the flight from Philadelphia to Rome was only like 10 or 11, so I was like, oh, the flight back should be fine. I forgot that like Philadelphia to LA is 5 hours, so it added so much time, and god, it sucked. The flight back actually wasn't that bad, but I definitely watched a lot. Oh my god, does it look so much different here, guys. Let's see if I can switch to marbles and have it work. It worked. Oh my god, it doesn't like to work. Okay, race is what we're gonna do.
Yep.
It looks way different. You can actually see a preview of the track now, which is cool. It has us logged in. It has our name. I don't think you can vote on the tracks anymore, like you used to be able to.
We can just do random.
So we can just do random. Yep, I'm just scrolling through, getting some looks at them. So here's what we'll do. For the first race, we'll do random. For the second race, because we do two, whoever won the first race can pick the track. So I'm going to click random. It chose Coils of Power. Locally, Girl Panic 95 has the fastest time ever as a Scaryish spooky friend. Did it on December 18th, 2019. Did it in 2 minutes and 22 seconds. The world record time for anyone ever is 1 minute and 2 seconds, which seems to be way too fast. But let's play. We are going to do voting. I just need to get the track set up first. So for those of you who like to gamble because you're addicted, we're going to start a prediction of who will last longer, me or Robin. Because you do fall off and perish. So if we both don't finish, whoever lasted longer wins. Otherwise, it's whoever finished first.
Looks like a huge roulette wheel or something.
You have 2 minutes to predict who you think it's going to be.
All right.
Right now, in chat, type in !play, and you will get your marble on stream.
Okay, let's scroll back up in the chat in the meantime. And let's see. Okay.
I only have 180 ghosties because I bet them all myself last time and lost.
I redeemed myself. I can confidently say I watched Lord of the Rings on our... Oh, you already did.
I read that.
We also watched, did you already say that too? Lord of the Rings on our way to
I said yeah.
Italy. Yeah.
It's not letting me do a prediction. And it shows that no one else's predictions are going through.
Garlic, olive oil, salt, and focaccia. I would love that. That sounds delicious. I would go and see Lord of the Rings movies in a theater. For sure. For sure. Because the people that love Lord of the Rings are my kind of people, you know. Faye knows like everything about the Lord of the Rings.
This is not the window you want to do this on.
Wow, okay.
This is just to start the prediction.
That's cool.
This is the one.
Okay, that's cool. And if you don't watch the extended version, you're missing out on a lot of stuff.
You really are. I don't know why the prediction won't work. It says it's counting done, that you can put your points in, but I blame Twitch.
Maybe, yeah, there's something wrong with Twitch.
Oh, there it goes. It just updated.
Aaron Page says, I've had surprisingly positive paranormal experiences despite trauma. I'll have to send in my stories. Please do!
Yeah, good stories
that would be
are
amazing.
Always, so welcome.
I'm Western says, I still say Lord of the Rings is a Christmas movie. There's snow, elves, gifts, and Gandalf is a low-carb Santa. What?
That's a stretch.
Nah, Lord of the Rings is an all-year-round movie. I did watch Nightmare Before Christmas again last night, and Adam agrees that it's a both holiday movie, Halloween and Christmas for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I'm Beef Trainer says I need to make sourdough starter again. Mine died. I'm sad. I need new starter.
I might need to take over.
Do you?
Gotta pilot the game. Alright, so we did 2 minutes to predict, and I believe those 2 minutes have concluded.
We only have 15 people in, so...
Lots of folks have voted on Robin, just saying.
Oh, hell yeah.
A little bit rude. I'm going to move your mouse out of the way. I'm going to move this keyboard so that I can navigate. This should be good. Alright, I'm not going to do a minute 20 countdown. I'm just going to do 10 seconds from this moment now.
Press exclamation point play to get in.
Type exclamation point play to get it in. Alright, local record, 2 minutes, 22 seconds. All time, basically a minute. So we're going to start out in this big...
That's high chances, guys. It's like 1 out of 13.
Big funnel. Let's check and see what else is going on. This fucking track is wild. How did someone finish this in a minute? Alright, who's going to be the first through the hole? Because everyone is currently trying to get through the funnel. It's Robin, followed by Local Lola.
Working in, like, engineering and construction and stuff, you say so many things that can be construed as innuendo, because that's just what people name things.
I agree.
Yep.
All right, so there's going to be some teleportations here happening.
I'm just thinking about the tracks, and there's like...
Oh, maybe not. That thing moved right when this group of folks on this side were coming through. The other side is teleporting. It looks like I've teleported at some point, and now I'm, I don't know, elevating. Let's just back up and see where the hell people are on this track. I died, so whoever voted for me, I think, lost, for sure. That's stupid. I'm just saying, because I felt like I was in the lead, and then all of a sudden I was dead. So, I was unalived, as the kids say nowadays. Chunkster has also fallen off the track, so join me in Oblivion. The Snarked is up there. Little Jackie Jacks has also fallen off. Trash Panda has also fallen off.
No.
Just One Pizza has fallen off. A lot of people are falling off. Who's in first place game? It looks like IMB Trainer and Local Lola are competing right now. The Snarked has fallen off.
Dude.
Robin has fallen off. Latreia has fallen off. That's the end right there. So it's whoever goes through first. Looks like Loco Lola is the winner. Congratulations. Your first ever race. You get a victory. You get a free sticker. IMB Trainer comes in second. We have some folks who are trying to finish before that fiery wave of doom sweeps over the track and eliminates them. This is just to collect points. We used to actually like track points per season. Aaron Page has fallen off as well. I'm What's For Dinner looks like they're going to make it without falling through a portal. Lizardtree and Glitch make the jump and complete. Nefcore tried to cheat by jumping from too far away and has fallen off the track. Winner, Loco Lola. Also, you take the Scaryish record by 50 whole seconds. Congratulations. Final result, 50 whole points on the season. IMB Trainer 41. I'm What's For Dinner 32 and Lizardtree 25. Glitch got 0, which seems rude, and no one else finished. I'm dead. LOL. Thank you. So, go to Robin's Kawaii Corner, her Etsy shop. Find yourself a Scaryish sticker, and we send it to you. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pay out the folks who bet on Robin, which I'm just going to point out is bullshit. Not fair. This game sucks. Complete prediction. All right.
You're stupid.
Now let's go to race menu. Those are balloons. Okay, cool.
All right. So
now, Loco Lola, we're going to need you to pick
choose a track.
Our next map.
We do 2 every episode.
Yep.
So if you guys are new here, we always have 2. And 2 winners a night. And there's only 13 people. That's good odds. It's good odds.
That's good odds. I'll start the prediction now and give it 3 minutes. Does it say submission? Yeah, that says it's way too short. Oh wait,
5 minutes is
5
too
minutes
long.
or 2 minutes? Okay, we're just gonna do 2 minutes from right now. Who you think's gonna win or last longer, me or Robin? So that prediction has gone up. Now I can check the chat.
She has said, "I like the diner looking one."
The diner looking one. Let's look for it.
There, Marble's Diner.
Marble's Diner. Cool. Good choice. We have never raced this one before.
Iron Mouse?
World record goes to some guy named Footy Guy 13, who did it on Iron Mouse's stream.
Do you know who Iron Mouse is?
No.
She's a VTuber.
6 days ago, and the record time is 49 seconds.
I hate that I know that.
I hate that you know that too. Let's jump in there, and once we are in, which we are.
Oh my god!
Type in !play to get your marble on stream. I was waiting for Robin to strike me.
He keeps joking to our therapist that I beat him. It's not funny.
I made the joke one time. Saying he keeps doing it is an exaggeration.
Oh, Glitch is like, I like Iron Mouse. I accept her existence.
How tolerant of you, Robin.
No, it's just like sometimes she's really annoying. Just, I don't know why. She can be very annoying.
My favorite first-person shooter streamer is Huskers with 2 R's. Been following him since May of 2020 when I started my first work-from-home job. My favorite streamer, hands down, is Esfand TV on Twitch. He does a variety of stuff. He started out with WoW. That's where I first saw him doing it. He also plays a bunch of other things like GTA RP, Madden, and various other things. Does a lot of IRLs.
Yeah.
I think he is fantastic. He is everything I think a streamer should be. And it would be cool as fuck if he came on the show.
That'd be cool.
Don't know if he has any scary stories, but I would love to hear his stuff.
Yeah. !play, everyone, if you haven't joined yet, for a chance to win a free sticker here. !play, join our Marbles stream if you're over here on Twitch.
I once just gave the best answer. My favorite streamer, hands down, is Robin. I accept Adam's existence. That's
I love that answer.
Well done.
Heck yeah.
All right. The prediction...
Lola says she likes Markiplier. Markiplier is really popular.
I've never imbibed Markiplier's content.
No? No. I haven't either. I don't really watch streams, TBH. I watch...
Holy shit. 94% of you guys bet on me. That's not true. 6 people voted on me. 3 people voted on you. But 94% of the wagers have been placed on me. So for folks who bet on Robin, the payout for each point you bet is 17.2. That's nuts. So
Glitch says, I remember when that Malum guy played games. He was cool.
I almost started streaming this undisputed boxing game that I've been playing. I don't play a lot of games, and honestly, I kind of have little patience for him, so I act like a little bitch nowadays. And I don't think it'd be good streaming content to watch me rage.
Yeah, he rage quit that boxing game earlier.
I reset it. I didn't rage quit. I didn't like get up and walk away from the game. I was just like, nope, we're starting this match over. All right, 10 seconds, exclamation point play if you haven't already joined in for a chance to win a sticker.
A sticker.
Sticker.
I'm trying to think of what the last game I played was.
Let's see. She plays a million fucking games on her cell phone.
You know,
about dating boys.
No, I started this horror-ish one called Tokyo Debunker.
Aaron
and
Page is in first place.
It's like Twisted Wonderland.
The new folks today are really dominating. Just saying. What is that blind? I'm not blind. This is like a barrier right there that everyone keeps getting stopped at. Let's follow first place.
Look at the cars.
See how this diner plays out. It's so dark in here, I can't see. It's scary.
Remember that Halloween, like, haunted mansion one where it's like a track that
Glitch
you can't
went
really
right
see?
through.
Whoa.
Nice logo.
Ooh, fancy.
We'll be following Glitch as he traverses the track. Loco Lola's like, I'm up for 2 wins. I don't know why it won't follow first place, so I'll just try and do it manually. See how that works. All right, there we go. All right, there's some stairs. There's
this track
protection
is like...
on the sides so that you don't immediately fall off.
Ooh, smoky. Oh, what the
heck?
heck?
Wow, there's like bouncy platforms in here. And then like a churning grinder at the end.
It's not a grinder.
She makes it through. It's like a windmill. The Snark totally jumped over Chunkster. All right, so how much more there is? There's a lot to go, and I just want to point out that the world record is 49 seconds, and we're at 1:30.
Yeah, there's no... How did they get
They must
that
have
far?
got fucking launched somehow and got to the end. Because there's just no way.
Well, I wonder if you can pay for boosts.
This is weird. This whole thing right here is weird. What's about to happen? Local Lola survived that. Snark survives. Everyone's going to this side over here. Lady Boss.
This is interesting. Interesting.
Snark has taken the lead. Let's go to the front lines and we'll see if anyone falls off in the thing. Oh, there's like a windmill here. Snark was trying to skip right through it.
What the heck? Oh, man.
Snark has made it through. I believe Snark is victorious. Congratulations. Jackie Jack's going to come in second. Loco Lola third. Not a bad day for your first stream. Lady Boss fourth. Chunkster is fifth. And Aaron Page is sixth.
Glitch just goes, man, I remember when I used to win.
It's funny. For those of you who bet money, I am currently in the lead. And I am going to finish before Robin does. Robin is in dead last. And I'll tell you why. Because I voted for Robin to win. So there go all my fucking points again. But thank you for those of you who did believe in me. We appreciate it. And by we, I mean I. That fiery wave of doom... Fiery wave of doom is approaching Robin.
Why am I stuck?
Who can't figure out her fucking life. Just get through the maze already.
Why is that too real?
Oh my god. It approaches. You better hurry, girl. Nope. You are not going to make it.
Goodbye.
Flame roasted Robin. Congratulations, Snark. You know the deal. Alright. Snark gets 45 points. Jackie Jack's 37. Local Lola gets another 28, going up to 78 on the season. And Lady Boss gets 22. Jackie Jacks says second, still a wiener.
Wiener.
Indeed. That was fun. I wish you could still vote on tracks.
Yeah.
Because the voting on tracks was always nice because we didn't have to like put anyone on the spot.
Right.
But that said, we figured it out.
Can't believe I DNF'd.
Yep. The only one, too.
The only one.
Does not fuck.
What the fuck?
All right. Let's switch back over to the... It turned off our microphones for a second. I am going to close this out.
I feel like I have mustache hairs going on. Whoa, there's colorblind mode? That's pretty sick.
I want to leave the game. Let me leave the game. It's still on the screen. I can't see shit. Yes, I want to quit. Thank you. All right, cool. It's because it's in DirectX 12 now, so I think they like upgraded it. And also my computer didn't sound like it was going to take off like it used to. So that's a good thing. But all that said, let me check and make sure we didn't get any redemptions because this is the last moment that I would redeem them.
No,
we had 2 drinks that we did not do. One from Nefcore, one from Lisbeth Tree. I'm going to refund those eventually when I figure out how. We'll still do a drink. I don't have any water left, so Robin's
I just have coffee.
Drink coffee. Yeah, we didn't bring any booze. There you go. You got some coffee drinks. I'll give you your points back for that. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and mark it, and then we're going to do the outro, and everyone can get back to their Saturday night. Bidoop. Bidoop. All right, that's everything we have for this episode of Storytime. I was going to say Scaryish, but yeah, Storytime specifically.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who wrote a homegrown horror to us. We really do appreciate it.
And please, if you have any more stories, send them to us. We love reading these. It's so fun.
We do them live. If you ever go to twitch.tv/Scaryish podcast, we will record these live. We post on our socials and let you guys know when we're going to go live, usually at least a day in advance. You could also go to youtube.com/Scaryish and catch us live if we're on live, or see any of our previous broadcasts because they're all stored there in perpetuity. So, yeah. Thank you so much to everyone. You have your hand up like you want to say something.
Sorry, did you cash out the predictions for this last one?
No, I did not. I usually do that after the outro.
Oh.
But that's cool. Making sure these folks get piggity paid for believing in me when I didn't even believe in myself. There you go, y'all. Cool. Back to the outro. If anyone has a story they would like to share with us, we would love to hear it. It can be from you, a friend, a family member, anything creepy, supernatural, paranormal, true crime, extraterrestrial, or just coincidental where you thought it was one of those things and it turned out it was nothing at all. Totally benign. Those are really hilarious. Feel free to email us at storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, click on Contact Us, fill out that form. It comes directly to us. Or hit us up on those social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/ScarishPodcast. Twitter is @ScarishPod. And Instagram is @ScarishPodcast. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/ScarishPodcast. I'm working on getting this season's package out to those that are our $10 tier and above. So hopefully I'll get those out to you soon. Again, it's usually just me packaging it, so please be patient with me. And if you're not into the monthly subscription type thing, you can always go to coffeeko-fi.com/scarishpodcast. I actually don't know if that's still a website. Is it still a website? I don't know.
We should check.
We should check. But yeah, so thank you so much, everyone who does support us, and that could be through donations or through sharing it with your friends, dragging your friends to live streams, things like that. We're incredibly thankful for everyone.
It's so cool we still get new folks at live streams.
Yes.
This was so nice. Doing this again made me feel so good. So send us more homegrown horror so we can do more of these. We'll do them more frequently, and it'll make all of us happy. So for those of you who listened to this late in the podcast, I always say, like, not everyone listens to the outro. And then we've been saying, like, hey, put an emoji on our things.
We're so blessed with all
the emojis. We're getting a lot. Let's go with the skull for this one because we're in spooky season.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, spooky season. Toss a skull on there. We'll appreciate it. We'll know that you listened this far and that you're one of the real ones. So, all right, that's everything we have for this episode of Storytime. Thank you so much for listening or watching live. Either way, you mean the world to us. And yeah, Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye. Also, we'll play Among Us again soon. There's a new game that's like a first-person Among Us, and I'm totally going to fucking fire that shit up.
What?
Yeah. This month, we're going to do that. I don't know the name of it. It looks just like Among Us. We're going to do it. I saw someone ask if we could do that again. So there you go. I'm Butran. That was for you. Anyways, bye!